Hey everyone, barring this guy's hideous appearance in the background, I'm sure some of you watching this video from the title or the thumbnail are stuck in the Ferzen mines, so I'm going to talk about that. And also in the description, I'm going to write down the timestamps where I go over different topics. If you're interested in something specific, just go down there and take a look. And one more thing really quickly before we get into it, I'm planning to work on a 100 hours to 100 tips video, so I'm going to make a video with 100 tips that are not like similar, right? And I will publish that, but that will come out if I happen to reach 1,000 subscribers. So for that, again, I'm trying to keep promoting to a minimum. If you could please subscribe, that would be really appreciated. So let's get into it, okay? So some of you may have seen my video on the patch notes yesterday, or may not have, doesn't matter. But like, I know there's a lot of people that are stuck in the mines, whether it be through the mission, in a quest with the guild, like, you know, you need the lightning over here the first time that you're going down there with Tristan, or you're here to do the dungeon. You go forward, kill this guy, you go into the dungeon, and then you're stuck, right? So just, I'm not sure when, but I mean, this is the time, right? This is when they added it. They added it that the Ferzen Mines dungeons, anybody that was stuck in there, I think most of the people are going to get out. So previously what you had to do is go through support, you know, make a ticket, reach out to admin, whatever, and then hopefully they would fix their issue. But now on April 8th, if you are stuck in the mines, I think when they do the hard reset with the update, you're going to go out. So congrats to everyone there. Another big thing with the co-op, if you play co-op, I'm sure you've come across this issue. I mean, this is not even an issue. We're just used to it at this point. But you joining a lobby, it takes at least one retry. So you invite the first time, does not work, right? And then the second time works. And this is true for like almost everybody. And then maybe the second time doesn't work, you try the third time, but usually it's always going to be the second try. So I think they're going to fix that, where now the first try, you know, you'll get in. The thing is, that's a shame, is the co-op in this game is actually really like smooth. So I don't know like how they messed it up so badly. Like when the second try happens, I don't know what the tech behind it is, but you basically join instantly, right? And most of the time I don't have any issues. Sometimes maybe a little bit of lag here and there, but they're fixing that. So that's it with the additional updates that added into the maintenance schedule. There's probably still going to be the patch notes coming out later. And so moving on, I want to talk about Daisy. So I don't have her in the screen here, but I want to talk about why Daisy is a good thing that she's coming to the game, because I'm not going to name any names here or anything like that, but the community reaction, I think, is a little bit of a overreaction right now, because like we get her, right, and we're not getting a Sin like Bon or Merlin or Escanor. But think about it, right? Like, I just don't understand what the problem is with the, like, you don't have to hype up Daisy, you don't have to pull her, you can skip her, right? And maybe it's a 3-week downtime, and I'll get into why this is a good thing. But like, people in the community, right, this is already starting to build toxicity for some reason, where if we have an OC, right, and again, Netmarble does the things their own way. Usually they'll release details about a unit like one day before. So around one day before to, let's say, 12 hours, right? This is how they almost always do it in Grand Cross, their other 7 Deadly Sins game. And people are, you know, used to it. So if the update comes out at 4 a.m. Eastern in the morning, you're going to get the patch notes around 2 a.m. in the morning, the morning before. So you could say 24 hours. And, you know, that's the norm. But like, just because we don't get any details right this time around the first unit, like, people are like upset, I guess. I don't understand. And then you go over to like the leaks with Escanor and stuff. I personally don't think he's coming at the end of April. It really wouldn't make sense, no matter how much the game is dying, because that kind of is their last resort. I don't think this game that took 6 or 7 years in development, they're gonna come out, pull Escanor. He's in the game files, I believe that, but like, it's way too early for him to be getting released. and it's not going to be a pump and dump game. Like Marvel, whatever you're going to say, has like a way to try and keep games alive that they have. So if you look at again, Grand Cross, overall not like a super successful game, but they've kept it around for almost 7 years now. So I don't think this game is going anywhere in a while. And the community like outrage and toxicity about why Daisy shouldn't even be coming, we should get a sin. It's so stupid because you just have Meliodas, right? And everybody has Meliodas. It's not like, if you start the game late, you can't pull on Meliodas, might as well pull on Daisy. Everybody's going to have Meliodas for 21 days. And alongside that, they have to make sure they have enough resources to pull the next character. And I'm going to get into this right now in a bit. That like it doesn't make any sense. Why do we get a sin? So let's say Bon. Most people are just dry from doing pulls on Meliodas, and I did 120 pulls on Meliodas. So I did 120 pulls, and now I have saved 100, maybe 110. So let's say 110, and these are mostly like pretty much free to play, like playing the game. And I haven't like bought summons at all. Maybe like I got maybe 5 or 10 here and there somehow, if even that. But most of this is just free to play summons I saved up. And like if I were to pull on the next banner, let's say I pull whatever it was, like Bon or something, and I have to go 80 and then plus because I didn't get it on 80. Then I'm completely dry. I have nothing for the next banner. And like that is how you get most of your free-to-play players to quit, because you have no summons, you have hype banners, and then guess what? Like people can't pull. They're like, what's the point? I can't even get the character I want. It's gonna go away. It's gonna be gone for months. I don't see the point in playing. And maybe some people you can convert to try and play the game, but whales, whatever you say, are around because there's free-to-play players around. Like a lot of whales are kind of like that, right? You go to the Discord, there's like some of the biggest whales are in there. Why? Because like there's clearly, in terms of the game, they're superior to free-to-play players, right? And you just don't have that without free-to-play players sticking around. So talking about the pool currency, I'm going to go over what the issue is with this game currently. So I know they're trying to fix it here and there, but let's talk about the daily and weekly, right? So daily, you're guaranteed 120 from this. And then you have 7 days a week. That means you log in every day. 840. Okay? And then you have the Book of Stars. Let's say you're level 40. That's 400. And 1240. You can see how many summons that is. That it's 4 summons only weekly that you get. So how is like... And then I'm going to go over the events and stuff, right? We have an event that gave us the cube key event that gave us 1,000 Star Fragments. So overall, you have this spread around over 2 weeks, I believe, maybe 3 weeks. So for 3 weeks, you just have 1,000 additional Star Fragments added. That's, let's say, 7 pulls, right? You have some achievements here and there. This is, I mean, you can try to farm this, but like you're going to run out pretty quickly. There's not much here. 500, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 225, 3, 3, 5, 4,000. So, and don't even think about getting to here like until way later. So you have 4,000 in here, which is maybe like you're probably around here. So that's 1,000. That's 3 pulls. Like you can see how dry the economy is outside of like chests and story and side quests. And so I guess they're trying to like give us more Star Fragments with these I'm missing 4 units, but you know, get the point. All the engraved costumes. Now I don't know if purple's gonna give the same. If it does, then you have around 1,500 per character, 1,000 to 1,500. So that's 4, 6,000, 12,000, 18,000, 24, and 3,000. So you probably can get up to 27,000 Star Fragments. And this is not, not going to come easy. That's 90 pulls, which is actually pretty good. But this is the thing, like people need time, especially free to play, to save up banner, like currency to pull on banners. Like what are they going to pull with if the game doesn't provide them enough currency? Like for Grand Cross, I know it's a different game, different type of game, but you have 600 is your pity, right? So you have to spend 600 currency to hit the pity, or 900 if it's a special banner. So that is 30 10 pull. No, that is 90 10 pulls. Am I tripping? No, it is 30. Sorry, guys. It's 30 10 pulls you do for 900 because each temple is 30 gems, okay? You have 900. So in terms of currency value, it's obviously not the same because in this game you just have to do 8 8 to hit an SSR and then 16 to guarantee the unit you want, right? So that's 160. And in Grand Cross, you get, if you're playing it like every day, you'll get like up to 4, let's say, multis. 4 multis easily, right? And then there's events and stuff like that. So usually you're skipping 1 patch to get a character. And like 600 PD is obviously even less. You do 20 10 pulls, which is, again, not terrible. But like we're in this game, we're getting 4 or 5 pulls a week guaranteed compared to the 40. So obviously you can see how the economy is very skewed here. And so I think they're going to have to address this over time. But having days year round, I just think it gives us time to prepare and save up summons. Like for me, I'm probably not going to summon for Daisy unless she's really crazy. Like I'll probably do 30 summons because that's how much I have left to get the hit the pity. But outside of that, like I just don't see the point. And then people are complaining like, yeah, there's going to be downtime between banners, and I think that's a good thing for the game because there's been times in Grand Cross, like they had released. Also, I was going to talk about this in a second. Hold on. So they had released Assault Mode Meliodas, which is like his, a little bit of half demon version, and Escanor back to back, right? Or very close to back to back. And guess what? People don't have any, didn't have any currency to summon with. And that, like, if you guys know Seaton, he tried to like make a whole think about it to like get Marvel to improve it. And get, like they kind of did over time, but by that time it was too late because a lot of people had just quit, including me. I quit like a couple weeks after that. So like I think they've learned their lesson. If you don't give them enough currency, like what are they going to pull with? And then you have chests around the map, and these, right? I think these give you like 20, and then this can give you anywhere from 5 to 100. There's only like a few 100 chests in the map, but these are long term as you're doing them. You can farm them if you want, but you're gonna suck yourself dry because you're not gonna have any liquid star fragments to go and get if you really need it. So I'm leaving most of my regions chests unopened, but yeah, like you have these that can go ahead and contribute to upcoming banners or characters that you want to pull on. But like I really don't like to see the whole doom and gloom thing. Like I understand people have to make content somehow and benefit from it, and like anger or rage, whatever, they're good ways to do that. But I think this game has a lot of potential. Like Seaton says, I really like his content, and so let's be optimistic, because I mean it's not Marvel, so you can't really have your hopes up. But a game so big as this, there's some time and room we have to give them for them to improve stuff, and we know that games can come back around. They just have to do things right, and they have a limited time to do that. So maybe couple weeks to a couple months, maybe 2 months, 3 months at most. People are going to give it time, especially in mobile. Things are terrible. Like I try to play on this iPad. It's an M4, right, with 16 gigs of RAM, and I can't push past medium on 120 frames. And like on medium, I start lagging. So this is clearly not viable. So these are things that we have to look at. Let's stay optimistic. Let's not like go crazy over negativity. Try to stay away from those kinds of people, whether it be online forums or YouTube videos, YouTubers, whatever it might be. Again, no drama. Just try to stay away from that kind of content, because it only hurts how much you enjoy the game. I personally enjoy the game a lot. I'm playing a couple hours a day, and these kinds of things can get to you because they're like, oh, these people think that, maybe I should think that way as well. So I'm on the side of optimism. I think OCs are good for the game, Grand Cross does it really well. You have OCs like almost every month. We hadn't had a king for a while, and now we have a king and Deanne coming. So, these things can work. So just give it some time. Let's look forward with positivity, and hopefully Netmarble can pick up things. So thank you for watching. Subscribe if you found my analysis, whatever thoughts, useful or enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.